Welcome back to Western New York Living and the Big Whack Radio Local Business Spotlight segment.
And welcome back to Western New York Living. Now, like most homeowners, I have a few areas around my house that may need a little attention. Don't worry, honey, I'll get to those, okay? All right, but keeping on top of those things, sometimes it seems endless, right? But it's important you do so, and here to tell us why is John Richmond, one of the co-founders of Richmond Vona Law Firm, and he's seen how some small fixes that you ignore can turn into big problems. It can happen, right?
Absolutely, and thanks for having me. I think, this has kind of been spurred on by the fact that Buffalo was just named the hottest housing market in the U.S. by Zillow. And I just think it's important for homeowners to know, hey, what do I have to keep safe? What are my responsibilities as it pertains to those people that may be coming on my property to see my house before I sell it? And just in general, sort of what are my responsibilities, and just to make sure we're keeping people safe and make sure people understand, what they could be responsible for.
Yes, certainly, because showings will be happening, and again, with not a lot of inventory on the market, might get a lot of people coming through there. Trip hazards certainly comes to mind. Sidewalks, steps, the exterior, that's probably a big thing.
Exactly. I think that's the number one thing you look at. So you want to be on the lookout for raised sidewalks, cracked sidewalks, or any sort of walkways. Most people don't realize that the sidewalk abutting to your property or right in front of your property is actually your responsibility. So if somebody gets hurt on there, they could be coming after you and your homeowner's insurance. But some other things that we look at as well could be railings going inside and out of your house, depending on...
Or that house that doesn't have one.
Yeah, exactly. That's not good. You definitely want to make sure you have at least one railing on the steps going in and out of your house, especially if you have, maybe 3 steps or more.
You're just saying that, I'm thinking inside the house, 2 stairwells. Just go through and tighten them up a little bit, right?
Exactly. And a lot of older homes, may not have that railing going into the basement, and that's a place where people tend to go look to make sure that you have a dry basement. So you just want to make sure that any place that you expect somebody may be coming, whether to see your house, that it's safe and you followed the local municipal guidelines and also the state guidelines.
You may say municipal guidelines. I'm thinking building codes.
Exactly.
Up to the homeowner to follow those, right?
Exactly. And it's actually up to the homeowner to know what they are and then ultimately to follow them. And it's understandable that a lot of people, they get excited, they have their home, they may not really look into these things, but you can find these online, search by your county, your town, your city, just make sure your things are up to code.
All right, let's talk about what happens if you're on someone's property and things aren't up to code, or one of these things happen, they get injured. Yeah. What should they do?
Well, first off, obviously, be careful. A homeowner or a property owner in general has a duty to keep it safe and to fix things that are unsafe, or to warn you if they know some things are unsafe and they haven't had a chance to fix them. But unfortunately, if you are injured on somebody's property, the first thing obviously you want to do is get medical attention. Alert the property owner so they know what happened. And then ultimately, once the dust is settled and you have the right medical attention, you do want to call an injury attorney who specializes in this area of the law so they can work to get you compensation from the insurance company, get your medical bills paid, and ensure that, of course, that you're compensated for everything that you're going to go through or that you've been through.
Yeah, and certainly you have the experience, and your team has the experience of going through similar cases, so they know what to look for, maybe what to get checked out, and what compensation is probably due.
Yeah, exactly. It's like anything in life these days, right? We're in such a niche environment. You really want to hire a law firm like ours, if God forbid something like this happens to you, that specializes in this area of the law, really understands how to investigate these claims and work with the insurance company to make sure they're not bullying you, pushing you around, so you can get the most compensation that ultimately you deserve.
Yeah, most importantly, be careful.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Seriously, be careful.
Yeah, for sure. All right, John and the rest of the attorneys and staff at Richmond Vona Law Firm are focused on the interests of their clients, and they're prepared to do what's necessary to get the full and fair compensation they deserve. Now, to find out more about all of the legal services they provide, head to their website, richmondvona.com, or give them a call at 500-5678.